This woman flew across the globe to meet with her internet boyfriend.
His name is Dennis Dershals. I saw this very mature guy say that I've never been married, I have no kids, and I'm looking for a woman 50 and over. He's got this amazing personality, and he would send me these messages that would just make my heart drop. He's going to take me to Italy, we're going to get married. So I think that was something that I really, really enjoyed.
Sharon was swept off her feet by Dennis. Good looks and charm, but the puppy love didn't last forever.
Okay, so this guy's telling her that he needs money to go see her in person?
It would require a deposit of $5,200, to get all his paperwork and everything up and running. It showed that it had gone through the $5,200. Now there's so much negativity going on with my family and my friends. They're like, no, it was a lot to have to deal with, and the reality that they might be telling me the truth.
Join us on this episode of Scamfish. We'll figure out the truth behind this Dennis profile.
So do you want to hear where the person is that you're actually talking to?
Yes, please.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
Okay, David, we have another case. This comes from a woman named Sharon, and I'll read you her email. Hi, Catfish team. I'm desperately trying to find the man who asked me to send over $17,000 while claiming to be a German aerospace engineer. He says he is in Turkey and needs money to come to South Africa to be with me. I have searched for his company, found nothing, and now I realize I may have been deceived. Please, I need your help to know if Dennis is truly who he says he is. Sincerely, Sharon.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm from Durban, South Africa. I am 59 years old. I was a retail customer services manager for 27 years of my time. Currently, I am working for the government, so I look after the youth. I have 2 kids. My daughter's just turned 34 and my son is 29 years old. And I have one adorable granddaughter who's 4 years old. And I have recently been divorced. Basically, I was married first for 19 years. I got divorced and then I met my second husband and we got married like 2 years after that. We were married for 9 years. We just decided that we like wasting one another's time because he was so busy working, I was busy working, we didn't have time for each other. And it was when I made the decision that I would divorce him and also I would, leave work after 27 years.
After a divorce with her second husband, Sharon also retired from her job with a fund of around $200,000. It was soon after she started getting contacted by men online and hit it off with someone who she met on TikTok.
It just kind of fell on me. I wasn't looking to date. I had sworn I would never, ever get married again. And that is when I got the first invite on TikTok. His name is Dennis Dershals. I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw this very mature guy say that I've never been married, I have no kids, and I'm looking for a woman 50 and over. Both my husbands were much younger than me. I thought, what, I've messed up with younger guys, so maybe old is better. And then not long after that, I've got a chat and he started talking to me. And that's how we started to get to chats. Well, he's good looking. He's got grey hair. He's got brown eyes, wears glasses. Nice looking guy. But the thing about him is the way he spoke. It really encapsulated you. He gets your attention 100%. So he said he's from Germany. And he's an aerospace engineer. And lots of times in our conversations, he would say, I need to go, I'm going on the plant, or else I'll talk to you later when I get off the plant. And my request for videos was always turned down as because, no, we're not allowed to make videos. But I did get constant phone calls, sometimes non-stop throughout the day. All my friends started getting to know now, this is Dennis, He's got this amazing personality. And he would send me these messages that would just make my heart drop. I've never seen somebody your age look so stunning, and you're never going to age. He was always very, very complimentary. Because he did say he's going to take me to Dubai first so we can get engaged. He's going to take me to Italy, we're going to get married, and then we're going to travel the world. I would sit and I would look at these messages and it was just so deep. So I think that was something that I really, really enjoyed.
Sharon was swept off by Dennis's good looks and charming personality. The two became even closer when Dennis wanted to move from his job in Turkey to be with Sharon in South Africa. The only issue was it had to get approved by the company he worked for first.
He then asked me to send an email to his company requesting him to get leave. So It gave me the details for aerospace company. So then I emailed the company and they returned the email to say they have to process this for him, and it would require a deposit of $5,200, to get all his paperwork and everything up and running. And because my mind was so taken up now by this guy and this idea that he's going to come here and we're going to have this life and I'm going to travel the world. I love traveling. So I was rushing to get this done, and we did it and we processed and everything. And then eventually it showed that it had gone through the $5,200. And then a couple of days later, the company sends me an email to say they haven't received the funds. But I'd already sent them the proof of payment. So then they said, no, but you can make another payment and we will refund your first payment. I then processed it. I didn't have any problems. I sent off the second $5,200. Now he was like going on, okay, now, serious, you're going to get your money back. We're really going to have a good time, I can't wait. And it wasn't long after that I emailed them and I said to them, okay, so what's happening with my first $5,200, when would I get it back? They said, no, as soon as he arrives in your country, for us to ensure that he's safe, then we will give back the money. I'm like, but this is not what you guys agreed, that I would get my money back. And I was feeling uneasy, but also thinking, you know what, this is just a short phase that I have to go through.
Despite feeling unsure about the whole situation, Sharon sent over $10,000 to his aerospace company, thinking that it was done and Dennis could come home. But it still wasn't enough.
And then eventually, while I was in Cape Town, then I got another email from the company to say that they need to process his ticket now. Because he's an engineer, they can't just put him on a normal regular flight. He's going to have to take a private flight. Okay, so then they're okay, to process everything now, we need $7,000. And I'm like, I said, okay, what do I need $7,000 for? Well, we're going to pay for his ticket, for him to come there. It's insurance for him and everything. And he was kept on like coaxing, like, do this, It's for us. Imagine meeting me at the airport, what we're going to go through, how we're going to feel. And I went and I sent the $7,000 through another local account. So then I said to him, okay, now we're set now. There's no more reasons for us to delay. There's no more reasons for us to pay. He's like, yes.
Over $17,000 later, it still wasn't enough to get Dennis home. Instead, while on vacation, Sharon flew to Turkey to try and see Dennis in person.
It so happened that I had flown up to Doha, to Qatar with my sister, and we went back. But my intention was asking for Turkey because I know that Dennis is in Turkey. So she says, okay, no problem. She says, let's process our stuff. She does everything, gets the visas done, everything. We jump on a flight, and before we get there, I said to him, Dennis, I'm coming to Turkey. He's like, really? I said, yes, I'm coming to Turkey. And he says, I'm going to meet you at the airport. I'm like, okay, no problem. We fly to Turkey, get there, there's no Dennis at the airport. So I phoned him like, what's going on? He says, no, I'm not allowed to go out. So I said, okay, then why did you say you were going to come out? He said, no, he thought, because he's on a 2-year contract apparently. So then I got into Turkey and I'm sitting there, but my mind's not there. Everything is Dennis orientated.
Sharon bent over backwards for Dennis, sending all of this money and flying to Turkey despite still not meeting him in person. Her friends and family became more and more concerned about this relationship and felt like they finally needed to step in.
Now there's so much negativity going on with my family and my friends. They're like, no, why are you giving this money? My son's saying, you know what, I need to take your money because you're just throwing money left, right and center. My daughter's even worse because she's in Cape Town and I'm in Durban. She's like, no, Mom, we need to stop it. We need to take your money and we need to stop it. My friends started leaving one by one. A couple of them were spreading rumors that I'm going out with a Nigerian guy. So it was a lot to have to deal with, and the reality that they might be telling me the truth. So I would go back to Dennis all the time and I would say to him, but why am I seeing so many profiles of you? And he comes back and he sends me this long message. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Please forgive me. I would never ever hurt you. And I would like us to get back. Please, can you invite me on Google Chat? Can we talk? Can we fix this? Now I'm struggling because my money is like really put away and I don't have access to it. So it is becoming a challenge for me, and it would be nice to get kind of back all that money again.
Stick around until the end, Seekers. We'll do some digging and find out if Dennis is telling the truth.
So do you want to hear where the person is that you're actually talking to?
Yes, please.
Well, me and you synced last week, Sharon, and we created a tracker together. Well, he used it, and he definitely tried to click on it.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfished online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
Have you been communicating with someone online, but something just doesn't feel right? You're not alone, and we're here to help. Our expert search specialist can investigate your case and help you uncover the truth. And don't worry, this is completely private and confidential, and is separate from our YouTube channel. Submitting your case does not mean it will be featured on our YouTube. If you need answers, click the link in this episode's description to submit your case now. We're here to help you get the clarity you deserve. After hearing Sharon's case, David and Brianne got together to come up with a game plan.
Okay, so this guy's telling her that he needs money to go see her in person?
Yep, that's correct. So basically, he's been pestering her, asking her to send him funds. She did, he never showed up. So she took matters into her own hands. Her and her friends flew to Turkey to meet him.
What happened?
She got stood up. At this point, after that episode, her friends and family think she's part of a scam and they're worried for her. She's lost a big chunk of her retirement funds, and this has really taken an emotional toll on her and her family, and it's really stressing her out right now.
Okay, so how do we help her and what research do we have?
So she has a ton of banking transactions that we can look into. She also has this picture. Supposedly he has $47 million in a bank account somewhere. So maybe there's something to look at there. Also, maybe we could do an IP tracker, see where he's located, and then confirm his identity.
Yeah, sounds like we have enough information. Let's get to work.
All right.
All right.
Sharon provided us with Dennis's phone number, email address, and banking transactions. With so much research to go over, the team got straight to work.
So I know Sharon just sent in like stuff last minute. We're supposed to meet with her early next week. So we have to scramble a little bit. What do we have to work with?
So right now we have the 2 phone numbers that Dennis had been using to chat with Sharon. So I'm thinking we could look into these numbers, see what we find.
Yeah, I know we looked at it on our site and other public databases, there was nothing, but we have those tools that we use only for investigations where we can drop in the number, and what it does is it tries to log into all these different types of accounts to see if that number is registered there, and then sees what information is returned. Hopefully we find a name. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see if we can find the current owner of this.
Plus 233, isn't that Ghana?
I believe that could be Ghana.
So has she said that they're from Ghana at all or no?
No, she has not, but you can see there it is Ghana. Look at that. Wow.
So we did get a name.
We did. Okay. So another part of this.
We know who that is.
We know who that is.
His image has been used all the time.
It's pretty bad Photoshop pictures. They're awful. Dennis loves you. I mean, his hands, his body, the face, T-Rex arms. And then obviously the face doesn't match the body here, so it shouldn't be too hard to find.
What about the bank stuff? That's really interesting, right? So we have like a few wire transfers that she's been asked to send money, and she's sent money to these accounts before.
She did, yeah.
And so there's the bank in England and then the bank in Turkey, right?
Yep.
So what's going on with the bank in England?
So we have the information for this person. Supposedly has a banking account with Revolut Bank. Here's the address. And when we look this up,
It's a business?
I don't know. It's a building with multiple businesses.
What happens if you just Google the address? Like, does any business come up or any person come up?
It's the same address, Revolut.
That's weird. What about like a corporation lookup? You know, maybe we can see if there's any corporations listed.
It says Revolut. Revolut Limited.
Oh, but you have other offices registered to people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What about that Turkish bank?
Look at the account name. It's under Ali.
I mean, it could be legit somebody in Turkey, but so what I've seen in the past, like if you look up the bank and just type in like fraud or scams, it will pop up. Like a lot of people report this stuff.
Well, it's weird. Why would a bank send you this email with this information saying, send it directly here in Turkey with the details, one of our head payment boss?
Well, it wouldn't come from a Gmail account.
Yeah.
But let's look at the bank.
Interesting. Ziraat Bank?
Yeah, major Turkish bank has been implicated in various fraud and financial misconduct allegations, including sanctions evasion, money laundering, and questionable transactions.
Do you want to do an IP tracker?
Yeah, let's see where this guy is. I'd be willing to bet he's in Ghana based on that phone number that we got.
I agree with you.
Sounds like we have enough to follow up with her. We have a
Okay.
few more small details we got to tie up, but we should have enough to get her some clarity.
While we waited to see if this dentist profile would click on the IP tracker link, all that was left to do was to meet with Sharon one final time to go over all of our findings.
Sharon, how are you feeling about meeting with us today?
I'm looking for answers, and my kids had told me to watch this show like long before I even got to start chatting to anybody. And I'm like, nah, I'm not stupid, no one's going to be able to do that to me. And my daughter asked me the other day, you are a public figure now. How would you feel when this comes out? I said, it's actually very good because it means that in South Africa, I'm going to touch much more people and even overseas as well, too.
What do you think the results are going to be? Do you have an idea of like what we're going to find or what the results are going to be?
Okay, I know deep in my heart that he's not in Turkey because, like I said to Brienne, I did fly to Turkey. And I mean, if you're in Turkey, nothing's going to stop you from coming to see me in Turkey. In my heart, I want Dennis to be real, like everybody else wants Dennis to be real. But I know even the conversation last night, he was more concerned about the money that was coming through, more than anything else. So I don't know what you're going to show me. I think I'm going to be ready for it.
Well, let's jump into it. Let's not wait any longer. We went over a lot of different things, going through this case. The first thing I want to talk about is this phone number that you were given. We use a special tool that basically what it does is it tries to log into a lot of different profiles to see if this phone number is attached to those profiles. And then it checks any type of directory listing. So any app that you can list your phone number on, it checked those. And we actually found a name behind the phone number. And the name is not Dennis, it's Michael. And so we were able to find the name with the number from Ghana, right? And it's Michael.
That's a Ghana number.
That's the Ghana number.
What was the story behind that?
There was lots of times when he would phone me off that number and I could hear like people in the background with foreign accents. And I'm like, okay, who's that? It's not like it's staff at the plant. There were signs, but love is love.
So you never heard of the name Michael?
Mm-mm.
So we're 100% certain that Michael is the person that has that phone number.
Disappointing though.
I mean, we looked at the email as well, and there were no social media accounts attached to this email whatsoever. It's like the email was just created only to have conversation with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The other thing too is like most times when there's like a legitimate business, they will use their business website. We definitely see instances where, people don't have a business email, but most legitimate businesses do this. And so it's typically a red flag, like somebody's contacting you from a Gmail email because it's really easy to create one. The other red flag was that Brianne was saying is that there was nothing attached to it. So if it is a business email, they would have signed up for different sites and services and different things, and we would have been able to find those things. But in this case, it looks like it was just created.
The other part of this is that me and David did some digging. We tried Google searching to see if there's any businesses that ever existed with that name. Nothing popped up. We also used a platform called Whois, which validates business websites. We weren't able to find any website under that name or even the name variation, which we attempted to try a few different variations. We didn't find anything to support that this is even a legitimate company.
I'm disappointed because I've given a lot of money away to that dude. And he did say the other night that if I didn't continue with this application, then I would just lose the money.
So Sharon, what they do is they try to hook you on the idea that you have to keep doing what you're doing, because you're almost there to get the money. You almost have the money. So if you stop, you lose everything. And so a lot of people, what they'll do is they keep spending the money, they keep paying the money because they're like, if I don't pay the money, I get nothing. And I've already given so much money, so what's another few $1,000s, right? $500,000 later or however much later, you're like, shoot. What we're getting to is this is a scam, and Brianne's gonna go over the images right now because it's actually somebody we've seen a lot.
I'm sure you guys have seen it a lot.
We have conducted several online investigations with other people claiming to be talking to this same person in these images. The real man in these pictures, his name is Jose, and his images have been used for several years in online romance scams. He has nothing to do with this at all. He's a victim. Unfortunately, I actually feel terrible for the guy because his images are all over the place.
Wow. That's sad.
The other thing we want to talk about are the bank accounts. So you were asked to send money to a bank in Great Britain and then the other bank in Istanbul, Turkey. So Turkish banks are notorious for allowing people to sign up with very little verification. So I can go and I can create an account online to a Turkish bank. I don't have to upload all my information, or I can Photoshop my information, submit it, and the Turkish bank will still allow me to create the account. We see this happen quite a bit. And so if you Google the bank, it's Ziraat Bank in Istanbul, Turkey, and you look up all the scams that have happened, there's all these warnings for people who've been scammed from this exact same bank. And so the bank that they're asking you to wire transfer money to has been used many, many times to scam people online.
Crazy. So this guy's obviously good with technology, basically.
So what they do is they create this playbook on how they're going to scam people. They use the same images, a lot of the same Photoshops, the software, the banking institutions, and they have this whole way of how they're going to scam people. They have this backstory, and they reuse this story all the time. And so they have people that are really good at communicating, and so they spend a lot of time, communicating with you, and then they have people that help move money. And so these banks that you're sending money to, these are money movers. They receive money, they take a little bit of the money, and then they forward the money over to the person that you are talking to. This whole thing is essentially a romance scam that you're part of.
I hear that, and I'm disappointed because, I had this image, like I said, the reason why I accepted him because he was older, never been married, never had kids. And this is like a clean shot for me, and I won't have to worry about anybody else. And to know that he's not real.
So do you want to hear where the person is that you're actually talking to?
Yes, please.
Well, me and you synced last week, Sharon, and we created a tracker together.
Mm-hmm.
We made this tracker to look like a crypto redemption gift card.
He didn't want to use it. He kept on saying no.
Well, he used it, and he definitely tried to click on it. And then we have 3 clicks from Nigeria.
Oh. Nigeria.
So the actual person you're talking to is in Nigeria, and they are leveraging people from different parts of the world. They're leveraging people from Turkey, they're leveraging people from the UK, they're leveraging people from Ghana to try to scam you.
What a sophisticated system, eh?
And if there's other people that you're sending money to, most likely they're also involved in some sort of scam as well. Which means this person that you're talking to has probably been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah, no, this has happened before as well. Well, after him, basically.
How are you feeling now? I mean, now you know everything. You know what the reality is.
It's not a good feeling because it's like a dream that's been dashed. And this is also going to be a lesson for a lot of people as well.
Well, we have your back, Sharon. We want to help you out. We want...
Understand.
You're such a sweet person, and we want to help you move forward and find there's the right person out there for you. 100%. There's no reason why you cannot find a real person, a real man to talk to be able to go out on a date with in person and hopefully live the rest of your life with. When
I went to Turkey to go meet up with Dennis, I did meet somebody in Turkey and I was shutting him out, and he video chats me. And he's like, when are you coming back to Turkey? And I'm like, in my mind, I know I'm in a relationship and I won't go any further. And this is such a nice guy.
And he's real.
He's real.
Oh.
He took me out for dinner, and my daughter video chatted at 1:00 in the morning in Turkey. And I made him say hello. And she kept on saying, this guy's real, Mom. My son is, this guy's real, Mom.
Are the doors open for you to talk to this guy?
Yeah, no, we do. We do chat. I think he's a little bit frustrated now because I've been busy. And he says, you're always busy. And he's got a restaurant and stuff down there. So,
well, we would love to hear a follow-up, by the way. I think you should message him right now and say, I have more time. We'll be in touch. We wish you the best of luck.
Yes,
and I want to
thank
hear
you,
more about this
Sharon.
man in Turkey, next time we talk.
All right. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much.
And all the best. God bless you guys.
You too.
You too. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find a link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and going to our most recent video. See you all there. If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget all of our new videos go out every Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these two videos.